Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you all to online support program week 8. My subject is science class 5. I'm Sadia Sarfraz from APS Fort Road Middle Wing Boys. Before starting the syllabus outline of week 8, let's discuss about the hadith of the week. शब कदर की फजीलत. रसूल अल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, जो शख्स शब कदर ईमान के साथ महज सवाब आखिरत के लिए ज़िक्र इबादत में गुजारे, इसके गुज़श्ता गुनाह बख्श दिए जाते हैं। यानी कि अल्लाह ताला ने अपनी हिकमत और रहमत से शब कदर को रमज़ान के आखिरी अशरे में पोशीदा रखा है, ताकि मुसलमान इस जुस्तजू में रहें कि इनकी तलब और हिम्मत बढ़े और वो इस माह की आखिरी रातें इसके लालच में क़याम व इबादत और दुआ व मनाजात में गुजार दें, जैसा कि रसूल अल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का मामूल था। हज़रत आयशा रावी हैं कि जब रमज़ान का आखिरी अशरा शुरू होता था, रसूल अल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम पूरी रातें बेदार रहते और अपने घर वालों को भी जगाते थे और कमर कस लेते थे। किस लिए कस लेते थे? ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ज़िक्र इबादत किया जा सके, दुआएं मांगी जा सकें और अपनी मनाजात पूरी कराई जा सकें। So students, now let's discuss about the syllabus outline of this week. So in this week we have to complete the chapter, we have to finish this chapter, the states of matter. We will discuss textbook page number 62. The main topic on this page is the water cycle, and later on we will discuss about the difference between rain, snow and hailstones. So now let's begin with the main topic. Before starting, main objectives will be discussed with you. After discussing these topics, students will be able to define water cycle. They will be able to describe the steps of water cycles, and final, they will be able to find out difference between rain, snow and hailstones. Now let's discuss about the main topic. So students, did you ever notice that how the clouds are formed in the sky? With which process they will be able to float in the sky? Next, when we observe that it's raining, that ever you observe that how this rain comes from outside from the clouds, how it fall down? Next, how this rain is helpful for our life. And then the last thing is, did you ever notice that what is the main difference between these white clouds and these dark clouds? So now let's discuss about these all things. Now first of all, let's discuss about that what is the water cycle. So here is a comprehensive picture related to the water cycle. So first of all, let's discuss that what is the main definition of this water cycle. All living things needs fresh water to stay alive. The water cycle ensures that there is continuous supply of fresh water for all living things. With the help of this water cycle, there is a continuous supply of fresh water to living things for their survival. The water cycle refers to the continuous movement of the water from the earth's surface up to the sky and back down to the earth again. So it is a continuous process. Start from the water from the earth's surface, then go up to the sky, then again come back to the earth again. So it's just like a cycle. Now let's discuss about the stage number 1 or step number 1 of the water cycle. The first step is bodies of water such as ocean, rivers or lakes are heated by the sun's energy. Bodies of water means the main reservoirs, the main areas where this water found. The main bodies of the water are oceans, rivers or lakes. They are heated by the sun. The sun heats them and with the help of its energy, and this heat causes water to evaporate into the water vapor. This water evaporate in the form of water vapors. Living things such as human, animals and plants also give off water vapors. So here is the picture which shows that how the water evaporates with the heat energy of the sun. So stage number 2 is, as hot air rises, the warm water vapor will start to rise together with it. When the hot air rises in the sky, these water vapors, which are also warm, will start to rise together with this warm air. Stage number 3 is, warm water vapor is cooled by the surrounding air, which has low temperature. This causes the water vapor to condense. Sorry. So let's start. This causes the water vapor to condense into the water droplets. These water droplets eventually come together to form a cloud. So these warm water vapors go into the surrounding air, which has low temperature. So this low temperatured air condense these water vapors, and these water vapors eventually come together in the form of these clouds. So we can say that these clouds are the condensed water vapors with the help of the low temperature warm air. Stage number 4. In the stage number 4, as more water vapor condenses, the water droplets eventually become larger and heavier before their weight cannot be supported into the clouds. The water droplets finally fall back to the earth's surface as rain. So when the water vapor condenses, their weight will also increase when they become heavier or larger, so that these clouds could not support them, so they fall down on the earth in the form of the rain. These droplets finally fall back to the earth's surface in the form of the rain. So stage number 5 and the final stage is, the rainwater is collected in oceans, rivers, lakes, and even underground. The water inside the earth is also come from the it's also collected from the water which comes from the rain, where the water cycle will begin all over again. So when this rainwater is collected again in the oceans or rivers, then again the cycles will be repeated, because from this point, from these reservoirs, this whole water cycle is started. So now let's recap about the water cycle briefly. The number 1 point is, the sun heats the ocean. Number 2 point is, ocean water evaporates and rises into the air. On third point, the water vapor cools and condenses to become droplets which form clouds. On number 4 point, if enough water condenses, the droplets become heavy enough to fall to the ground as rain or snow. So rain collects in through river back into the ocean.